sunny Monday afternoon in Minnetonka as we get ready for Lake Conference softball on CCX. The Wayzata Trojans taking on the Hopkins Royals. From Hopkins High School, John Jacobson along with Kurt Cardinal. And Kurt, we get to the latter parts of the regular season. Two teams not only in the same conference but in the same section, and these games always become crucial. A couple of reasons. One, you want to have your team playing as strong and as best as they can heading into the postseason. And then sometimes for seeding, too, these head-to-head matchups can matter.
Yeah, there's no doubt that when you get in that room with the coaches and the seeding selection process, it becomes I beat you, you beat me, we beat these same different teams and that kind of thing. So this game could go a long ways to deciding which one of these is a higher seed and potentially hosting a home game against the other one if it comes to that during the section tournament.
That's the final week of the regular season. Each team finishing up this week. Two more games for Wayzata after today, and for Hopkins, still 3 games left, concluding with a Friday game against Hastings. And each team, as you saw in our opening graphic there, under 500 on the season. Hopkins at 4-11, although they have won 2 of their last 3 games, and Wayzata coming in at 7-8. Got off to a strong start, have had more losses lately and trying to get back on track here today.
Yeah, when I talked with both coaches, they're targeting this last week as a preparation for the quote-unquote real season.
Right.
They both consider sections to be the real season. Everything else up to that is the preview. And so we should see their top lineups today, their ability to hit against other teams in their section, and hopefully set themselves up for a run here into next week and starting the tournament.
It's Teacher Appreciation Day here at Hopkins, so you see some of the Hopkins High School teachers who are coming out with the Hopkins players. Always a great day in each of the sports when they can recognize their leaders in the classroom. It's a great day for the teachers and for the students to say, hey, we appreciate you.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And actually, Hopkins, who's doing that today, they are team GPA of 3.91, which is at the gold standard for Minnesota State High School League. So these are not only athletes, these are students as well.
Hopkins had really good clubs the last 2 years, but they graduated a lot from last year. A state tournament team they have been the last few seasons. Much younger team in Wayzata with some seniors, a combination of sophomores and seniors as you look down their lineup.
Yeah, that's right. Coach Yancey even said as of this week he's still trying to figure out his best lineup with all the seniors that graduated last year for Hopkins. And new coach Amy Kotzmacher for Hopkins has been leaning on her seniors to make the transition to the new coaching staff go pretty clean.
But for Wayzata, yeah.
I'm sorry, for Wayzata, yes. But she's seeing that the talent for the group seems to be in the sophomore class for her group too. A lot of seniors, a lot of sophomores, and senior leadership has been great for her in her first season.
And good to see some talent in the sophomore class, right? And got to make her excited as a coach for what the next couple of years could hold. But right now you're concentrated on this last week. Let's push through this and see how we can close strong and in a section that they could win. I mean, it's a wide open section, I feel like, this year.
Yeah, both coaches said the exact same thing. I mean, there's with the Hopkins graduating their seniors stud who had been with them in their varsity program for up to 4 years, the section was not really as wide open as it is now. And even the teams I've talked with, the Armstrong and Edina as well, and
yep.
they're all feeling like if they get together, pitching, hitting, and defense, they could beat anybody.
I saw Armstrong recently against Maple Grove. Lost that game, but only by a run. They've got some good talent on the team, some girls that have been with that program a few years, and they're going to not be a team to be taken lightly in the Section 6 playoffs.
Right, yeah, they've grown that program very nicely over the last few years, and Jay and I saw them against Totino Grace early in the season, and they were just hitting the ball all over the ballpark and had a lot of great athletes there. So should be a good section.
The nice afternoon for softball. Temperature here in the around 70 degrees at Hopkins High School. We will take a break. We'll come back. First pitch coming up. Wayzata, Hopkins, Lake Conference softball next, live on CCX. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. John Jacobson and Kirk Cardinal back at Hopkins High School. Wayzata Hopkins softball today on CCX. Let's look at the batting order for the 7 and 10 Wayzata Trojans today as they take the field here at Hopkins. Karina Carr is the left fielder, and she leads off. Sophia Ellswick in center field. Lexi Drasher at second base batting third. Sydney Anderson at third base hits fourth. Ella Freeman, the catcher, hitting fifth, and it's Alexa Miller at first. Chloe Lackas at shortstop. Kira Volk, the pitcher, hitting eighth. And Scarlett Zenzen is the DP, hitting for the flex player and right fielder in the field, Ella Lefko. And defensively for the Hopkins Royals today, Sophia Enslin at first base. Casey Hellstrom at second. Haley Allen at short. Cece Rasmussen at third. In the outfield, Mary Foster, Rosa Greenwood, and Kaylee Crowell. And Mackenzie Dinwiddie is the catcher. Abby Carter, the starting pitcher for Hopkins, and delivers a first pitch strike to Sierra Carter. Carter to Carr, first pitch strike for Abby Carter. She's a veteran, has been in the state tournament before, and one of the players they're leaning on this season, Kurt.
Yeah, she's definitely their number 1 pitcher this year, and she's pitched like it.
1-1 pitch, a little low, and Carr works ahead in the count, 2-1.
Carr is kind of an interesting situation here. She was brought up from the JV 2 weeks ago, and now she's been starting and batting leadoff because she's been doing that.
And that's why. Karina Carr is going to hit one to the gap out in left center. Big turn at first. She will head into second base, standing up, a leadoff double for the Trojans left fielder. So the sophomore into the lineup, as Kurt said, just recently to varsity, and gets a 2-base hit to start the ball game.
Coach Kotzmacher said that she was killing it down at JV, and they were looking for a little bit of spark and brought her up, and she's been going ever since.
Sophia Ellswick bunting the first one back to the screen. Trojans center fielder batting second today.
It's nice to have a slapper right behind your leadoff hitter, especially when they get on. Then you get the bunt in play, the slap, and they can drive it through as well.
Took that one into ball, 1-1. Carter looks in, pitches, fouled back, and now it's 1-2.
Well, that count will probably take away the bunt, but the slap is still in play.
And there's the runner Carr down at second. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Ellswick out for the first out of the ball game. Couldn't get the bunt down. Goes down on strikes. 1 on, 1 out. And Lexi Drasher, the second baseman, coming up. Drasher swing the bat, 400 hitter on the season with 7 extra base hits, 5 doubles, and 2 home runs.
Yeah, most coaches like to put in the number 3 spot the best average hitter and someone with power. She definitely matches that.
1-1 pitch. Drasher takes inside, 2-1. Sidney Anderson on deck. Cut and a miss. Good pitch from Carter, and it's count evens at 2-2.
Seems to be able to hit her spots right now. Was inside just a little bit with that pitch before that, and then went right back on the outside corner and had Drasher unsure where it was coming.
Line foul. Just out in front of that one, but she ripped it. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters really dangerous for Wayzata. Drasher, Anderson, and Freeman, all multiple extra base hits on the season. A little high. Good eye by Drasher, and the count goes full, 3-2. Cut and a miss. Carter with back-to-back strikeouts, and there's 2 away.
Went back outside after that. The previous pitch was a little inside, and Drasher hit it hard, just foul, but just picked the outside corner there, and a very nice pitch.
Sidney Anderson takes the first pitch low for a ball. Anderson hitting .450 on the season, a team-high 27 hits. Includes 4 doubles and 2 home runs. Hits this one in the air to center field. Rosa Greenwood is there and makes the catch. So leadoff double by Carr, but Wayzata unable to bring her home as Carter is able to get Ellswick.
Set up late in the season here. Not sure if they're going to throw the pitcher that they want to see against them in the playoffs or the ones you don't want to see against them in the playoffs. So I think Carter is the number one by far for Hopkins. Wayzata's got 2 or 3 that are there and could mix and match, or could just see who's the hot pitcher coming on. But Volk's done very well so far this year.
Yeah, they've definitely mixed it up in the circle this season, haven't they? It's Volk that gets the call today.
Yep.
Foster, Rasmussen, and Carter lead it off here for Hopkins in the home half of the first inning. No score on a beautiful afternoon at Hopkins High School. Final week of the high school softball season. Bunted in the air, an easy play for the catcher Freeman, who makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out.
It's a nice way to start for a pitcher. Trying to get that bunt down and get something going there. I think Hopkins is not quite as deep in the middle of their order as Wayzata is, so they're going to be more bunting, slapping, sacrificing, getting runners over, trying to scratch out a few runs. So, whereas I think Wayzata will try to get girls on base and drive them in with their big hitters.
Rasmussen takes the first pitch up high. CC Rasmussen, the Hopkins third baseman. And gets ahead in the count, 2-0. Rounded to third. Picked up there by Anderson. Throws across to Miller. 2 up, 2 down, and the Hopkins first.
Batting with the Royals, number 15, Abby Carter.
That brings up Carter, who was the first baseman last year, primarily. Did a little pitching today. 477 average for her on the season, team high 21 hits.
Now you got to take a little bit sigh of relief here when she comes up with no one on base. And, well, obviously she can score a run herself, but not going to get a big inning.
Volk working low in the strike zone, or below in the strike zone, 2-0, and I'm sure in their head didn't want to groove one here to Carter, who's definitely capable of hitting the gap or getting it over the fence. She gets the pitch she wants. 3-0.
Yeah, definitely working around her, it looks like. And I can see why. I mean, she's signed to play softball next year at Concordia St. Paul, which is a pretty high-level Division II program, so she's got some skills.
4-pitch walk, and Carter is aboard. 2 outs here in the first.
Batting with the Royals, number 29, Rosa Greenwood.
Rosa Greenwood, the batter. Senior center fielder, 267 average on the season. First pitch for her is inside corner, strike one. Foul at the plate, and it's 2 strikes.
Yeah, Volk's command seems to be pretty good around the corners and on the low side, so that walk to previous batter was an unintentional walk.
0-2 pitch, change up, a little floater over third, and it falls in for a base hit. Over the head of Anderson and well in front of the left fielder, Carr. And a single for Rosa Greenwood. First and second now for Hopkins with 2 outs.
Right off her hands, but that work in the weight room last winter got her that ball over the third baseman's head instead of to the third baseman.
Brings up Haley Allen, the Hopkins shortstop, lines it out in the center for a base hit. Here's Carter around third, the throw home, and she is out.
Great throw, wow.
Sophia Ellswick right on the money to Ella Freeman, who gets the tag out on Carter. 8-2 on the putout. And Hopkins is done in the first inning. They threaten but don't score, no runs, 2 hits, they leave 2. 1 inning complete here at Hopkins, no score. Wayzata on Hopkins.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back. Top of the second inning here at Hopkins. Ella Freeman taking ball one to start. Should be followed by Alexa Miller and Chloe Lackas here. Cut and a miss. It's 1-1. A little bit high. 2-1 to Freeman.
Ella's a 2-year captain for the Wayzata, and she's been recruited to go to the University of Miami of Ohio Division I program next year.
We have 4 home runs in the season. Heading the count here 3-1. Strike 2 called. And a good take for her there too. That would have been a tough pitch to drive. As you look at that last out, Kurt, in the last inning, great tag by Freeman on a Carter off the throw from Ellswick to get Wayzata off the field with no runs scored.
Yeah, it was a great throw, and I think that was because of the way she set up her body on that line drive. Charged it and got it on the first hop and had all of her momentum behind the throw, and it was just a rocket right on target.
3-2 now. The count to Freeman. Takes a called strike 3. Carter's got her third strikeout. And Freeman out to start the Wayzata second.
I think she surprised her there. I think that might have been her first changeup of the game that was there. A 3-2 changeup. That's a nice pitch to a good hitter.
Miller takes a strike to start her at bat. Alexa Miller, the Wayzata first baseman. .396 average for her. It's going to add to it here with a base hit to left. A 1-out single for Miller. Second hit of the game for Wayzata.
Batting for the Trojans, number 4, Chloe Lackas.
Very close to the same spot that the single was last inning.
Swing and a miss on the first pitch to Chloe Lackas, the Wayzata shortstop. And now Carter works ahead of her. 2 strikes. Up high, 1-2.
Yeah, Carter's really working that rise ball against her. Got her right at the letters on the first 2 and went a little bit higher that time, see if she'd chase, and no go that time.
Swing and a miss by Lackas. And there's out number 2.
Got
her looking up in the strike zone and came back down right at the knees. Good location pitching that time.
Wayzata pitcher Kira Volk takes his first pitch strike. Fouls back, and Carter works ahead again in the count. 2 strikes on Volk now. Carter spits, swing and a miss. Another K for pitcher Carter. That's 5 in 2 innings for her. Wayzata strands a runner. They get their second hit, but nothing across. Inning and a half, no score. Wayzata Hopkins. So. this afternoon to come out and watch softball today here at Hopkins High School in Minneapolis. John Jacobson, Kurt Cardinal, as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. Each team's had base runners, but no runs across yet through the first inning and a half. 6, 7, and 8 hitters up here for Hopkins in the second. To face Kira Volk. The first pitch is low. And Kaylee Crawwell. Takes that one for a strike. 1-1.
It's nice to see both pitchers attacking the strike zone.
2-1. Pitch a little high from Volk. Low and away, 3-1. Up high, and it's a leadoff walk for Harwell to start the Hopkins second.
Batting for the Royals, number 16, Kenzie Dinwiddie.
Of course, as soon as I say that, you get a leadoff walk.
Fourth straight batter to reach for Hopkins. Mackenzie Dinwiddie hits it to third. They go to second, get the out there. Get the lead runner, Crowell, out. Dinwiddie will reach on a fielder's choice. 5-4 on the putout.
Royals, number 14, Casey.
One down. And Sophia Enslin, the batter.
Batting for the Royals, number 36, Sophia Enslin.
Left-handed hitting first baseman. Hits 8th today for Hopkins. First pitch, swing and miss against Kira Volk. Casey Hellstrom on deck for the Royals. Outside, ball one. High and in, 2-1.
All right, Kira, dig in. Go get this batter. Kira, you can do it.
3-1.
Hey, keep going there, Kate.
See if the sophomore can zero back into the strike zone here.
Up high. Instead, it's their second walk issued in this inning and third of the game. Hopkins now with runners at first and second, and one out. Coach Kotzmacher out to talk to the umpire. This is a batting order discrepancy or what? They seem to be checking their lineup cards more than the position change, but I could be mistaken.
I mean, I think they hit in the order that we had to start the game with. So,
although unless a different batting order was submitted from what we received in an email earlier in the day from Coach Cardinal, which is possible. We didn't see the official batting order. Yeah, they're going to call the batter out. So I think it was supposed to be Hellstrom hitting there. Or no, Hellstrom is called out. But now Enslin's back in. All right, so it was supposed to be Hellstrom and then Enslin, not the other way around. So we revert to the runner still at first base, Dinwiddie. And Enslin in the spot she was supposed to hit in number 9 at the plate.
You'll have to check on that between innings. It looks like it is a difference in the lineup given to the umpires and the other coach versus given to us.
Right. Well, that could be costly for Hopkins, right? Instead of having first and second, 1 out, now you've got 2 outs and just the 1 runner on base. And Enslin, who drew what would have been a walk, instead behind in what is their official at bat now, 1 and 2. Don't see that very often, Kurt. Once in a while, but it's been a few years since I've seen that happen in a game. Now back, Enslin staying alive at 1 and 2.
Sometimes you'll have some questions about re-entries or courtesy runners who go into the game and that sort of thing, but not generally first time through the batting order have the hit out of order from the original lineup given to the umpires.
The 2 pitch fouled back. The battle here between Volk and Enslin. Up high, 3 and 2. Enslin may draw a walk after all. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Swings instead and hits it out into left center field for a base hit around second. Strong run to third. Dinwiddie in there. Both runners move up. And Hopkins has runners at second and third with 2 outs. So to go as a single and then a throwing error allowing the trail runner, Enslin, to move up to second base. Dinwiddie never hesitated around second.
No, she kept going. I think on hindsight, with 2 outs, you'd like to keep that second runner off of second base, keep the force out in play here for the top of the order with Foster back up again. We'll see how it plays out.
2 runners in scoring position for Hopkins here in the bottom half of the second one. Good block at the plate by Freeman. It's ball 1 in the dirt to Foster. Popped up foul will the catcher Freeman in her first at bat. It's this one softly into right center field. That's going to score at least 1. Enslin's going to be held up at third, but it's a run-scoring single for Foster. Dinwiddie in, and Hopkins has a 1-0 lead.
Batting for the Royals, number 5, CC Rasmussen.
Nice approach. Didn't try to do too much with it. Just kept with it up through the middle.
This is going to be the end of the line for Volk. We're going to have a new pitcher for Wayzata. With the run in and Hopkins threatening for more here in the second. We'll take a break. We'll come back. And more softball from Hopkins High School. 1-0 Royals lead the Trojans on CCX. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Will score. Foster, who had taken second on the first pitch, comes in and scores. Hopkins got 3 runs on the board here in the second inning. A 2-run single for C.C. Rasmussen.
Batting for the Royals, number 15, Abby Carter.
Well, the little batting order snafu didn't stop the run scoring this inning. A couple of nice hits with runners on base.
Those runs will be charged to Volk, and now here's Carter. Carter walked the first time up, takes the first pitch for a strike. It's a good pitch there from Kono in the inside corner, the lower part of the strike zone. Bounces this one, it's 1-1. Rasmussen holds on at second.
It's got to be a little tough for a freshman to come in and be pitching to one of the top batters in the state after having a single result in a couple of runs.
Carter lifts this one in the air, pretty well hit out to left center field and caught at the fence. Ellswick running over and chasing it down in left center field. Carter retired on a well-hit ball to left center, but Hopkins in the second puts up 3 runs. On 3 hits, they strand 1. They score after 2. Hopkins leading Wayzata 3-0. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. A little bit of a breeze blowing out, but it wasn't blowing out enough to help Abby Carter on that well-hit ball for it to end the second. That would have been a 2-run homer, but run down by Ellswick right in front of the fence. So we go to the 3rd inning. Wayzata now trailing 3-0. And Scarlett Zenzem, the DP, is the hitter. Takes the first pitch strike for Abby Carter. And if you're Carter, you've been around the strike zone already the first 2 innings, 5 strikeouts. And now, especially with the 3-run lead, you're going to attack the hitters, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt now. Walk is the enemy of a pitcher when you got a 3-run lead. So make them hit and trust your defense. And he's been hitting the spots for lots of strikeouts as well.
Called strike 3. What a good at bat for the pitcher, Carter. Once through the order now. And has struck out 6.
Yeah, she's been overpowering so far. See if the second time through here, Trojans can get a little more bat on the ball.
Serena Carr, the one batter who did get a hit the first time through. Double to start the ball game. Was stranded in the first. Went around on that. The count evens at 1-1. Ellswick to follow for the Trojans. Little high, 2-1.
If you're Coach Kotzmacher, you'd like to see your team come right back in this inning, at least put some pressure on, maybe put 1 or 2 on the board, especially with the top of the lineup up.
Like 2 called. Foul back. Good cut by Karn. She's got a piece of it. Off the plate, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Cut and a miss. Carter gets the strikeout on Carr, and there's 2 away.
Batting for the Trojans, number 2, Sophia Elser.
Six of the 7 strikeouts that Carter has gotten had been on swings, just 1 called 3rd strike. Sophia Ellswick takes ball 1.
Sometimes it takes a starting pitcher entering 2 to get into a groove. I think Carter came in with the groove from pitch 1.
Ellswick bunts it foul of the plate. 1-1.
As you move towards sections, that's what you like from your number 1 pitcher. Just take control of the game, and you lead, we'll follow. She's been doing that so far.
Swing and a miss. It's a good pitch from Carter. Ellswick's timing off on that one. It's 1-2. Back into the box to face Carter. And the pitch to Ellswick. He flares it out into left field, unable to make the catch out there as Foster. It'll drop for a hit. And a 2-out single for Ellswick. Gets a runner aboard here in the 3rd. Her 3rd hit of the game.
It was well placed. The fielders were kind of shading away from that left field alley, and the ball right in between. Good effort to get there.
Drasher, the batter, takes first pitch strike. Drives this one deep. A foul. Oh no, it's fair to hit on the line. No, that's a fair ball. Thought initially it would fall. And so it's a double for Drasher. Right down the line, and tough angle for us, but ooh. Called fair, Kurt.
Very close.
Very close.
That, without the exact angle down the line, you can't tell, but based on
Carl Yancey's like, that's not fair ball.
Using a little bit of geometry there, my guess is that was a foul ball as well. Well, let's see if the Trojans can take advantage of that good fortune there.
Sydney Anderson, the batter. So I may have been right when I initially called it foul. But the play on the field was a fair ball. The Drasher has a double. Ellswick to 3rd. Now the cleanup hitter up, Anderson for Wayzata.
Yep, John, I'm going with you and our crack camera crew on that one.
Yeah.
I think.
Grounded to 3rd. A little trouble on the hop. Throw to first, not in time. Rasmussen couldn't field it cleanly. And by the time she got it to first, Anderson was in safely. Ellswick comes in to score. Wayzata on the board. It's 3-1. I'm going to go as an E5. No RBI, unearned run. Charge to Carter. Runners at the corners now with 2 outs. And Freeman, the batter. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Up high, 1-1.
This is a big batter here for both teams.
Got a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Looks like that rise ball that looks good halfway there. By the time it gets to the plate, you're swinging it. It's about 3 inches above your bat.
Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Carter to end that inning. Wayzata does get on the board, a run on 2 hits, 1 error, and they strand 2. After 2.5, it's 3-1 Hopkins.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Bottom half of the 3rd inning. Wayzata Hopkins softball today on CCX. The Hopkins Royals leading the Wayzata Trojans 3-1. Rosa Greenwood, Haley Allen, Kayla Crowell, the scheduled hitters, 4, 5, and 6 hitters. First one floated up high from Okono for ball 1. Greenwood singled in her first at bat. 1-1 now after that swing and miss. Jada Kono's pitch, fouled back, 1-2.
Let's see if Acorna can get through a clean inning here and maybe turn the momentum back in Wayzata's favor a little bit here.
Gave up a double to Rasmussen, the first batter she faced when she came out in relief in the second. Then got Carter to fly out to a deep ball to center field. High 2-2. It's like a little ephus pitch, right?
Yeah, I think she would say that was my changeup, but it had a lot of arc on it, that's for sure.
Oh, and that's one hits Greenwood, and she's going to be aboard to start the 3rd for Hopkins.
Batting for the Royals, number 3, Haley Allen.
Out to the mound to talk to Jada Kono, so something that Coach Yancey caught, that was that a pitcher. Now
It's like
Schatzmacher's going to be called out as well.
She's wearing a different color batting glove underneath her glove. That's
Or jewelry or
that's what
something.
they were looking at. Jewelry's okay now, to tell you the truth. There's new high school rules this year.
Okay.
Jewelry, hair things, anything is good, but you can't have a different color batting glove underneath your glove. That looks like that's what
Should
it was.
rip something off, yeah. All right, Allen steps in here. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd. Lifted out in the air to short right field, and a nice running catch in the outfield grass by Drasher to run that one down, and Allen retired. Greenwood's got to hold it first.
Yeah, it's like a good, nice drop step. Went back, found the ball. Made it look easy. It's not that easy. Not as easy as she made it look that time.
Now, well, the batter takes the pitch low. He walked in her first at bat, forced out at second on a ground ball by Dinwiddie. One out, one on for Hopkins. Up 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. Missed off the plate, 2-1. That was close, but ball 2. Kono's pitch called strike. Off the inside corner. To 1 pitch, pumped up foul, out of play. Count even now, 2-2. Driven out in the air to center field. And a nice running catch in center by Ellswick to chase that one down. Second out. That was well struck by Crowell, but Ellswick, the busy out there in center, makes the catch.
Number 16, Kenzie Dinwiddie.
Already an assist for her and 2 putouts.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Kotzmacher this morning. She said that her center fielder there is very quick first step and tracks the ball, and we're seeing that come to fruition this afternoon.
Kenzie Dinwiddie, the batter. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Reached on a fielder's choice. In the second, later scored the first Royals run of that inning. Swing and a miss. Nice change of pace pitch there from Okono, and she gets ahead in the count 1-2 now on Dinwiddie.
Yeah, like more your traditional change up there versus that other one was been like a knuckle change or something with that previous batter.
1-2 fouled back.
Sometimes you just show one of those kind of pitches so people are thinking about it, and then your fastball or your changeup are a little bit quicker than they anticipate.
The 1-2 swing and a miss. First strikeout for the freshman Okono, and Wayzata gets out of the third inning. Leadoff hitter hit by a pitch, but then nothing across for Hopkins. 3 innings complete. Hopkins 3, Wayzata 1.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
Always a good day to bring the dog to the ballpark.
A great day here in Minnetonka at Hopkins High School, where we are into the 4th inning, Lake Conference softball, last week of the regular season. Wayzata Hopkins and Trojans coming up in the 4th, trailing by 2 runs. But able to get on the board, Kurt, in that last inning, and I hope that gives them some momentum here going into the 4th.
Yeah, and the young freshman pitcher shut Hopkins down, so they got a chance to put back-to-back good innings together and get right back in this thing.
First pitch missing to Alexa Miller. Singled in her first at bat. 4 hits so far for Wayzata, the 1 run through 3 innings. There's a called strike. It's 1-1. Cut and a miss. Carter looking for another K. Fouls the plate.
Besides our CCX games, I've been out doing some umpiring the last couple of weeks, and you are sure seeing the pitchers round into form with the nicer weather we have, and being able to play 3-4 times a week instead of play one, wait 3 days. And it really affects the pitchers a lot when they can come in and get into routine. And it seems like all the pitchers today so far have been in a good spot.
Driven in the air to deep left to the line and making the catch in foul territory is Foster. Nice running grab by Mary Foster. The first out of the Wayzata fourth.
Pitcher's best friend is outfielders with range. And go get anything.
Lakis, bunt to third. Good pick up there on the throw to first for the out. Cece Rasmussen was right on top of that bunt. And threw to first for out number 2.
Very nice. Watch this run through here by the third baseman. Oh, I can see that part of it. Nice stretch by the first baseman.
There's Hellstrom coming over to cover first on that. Throw to first, a strong throw from short from Haley Allen to throw out the Wayzata batter Kono on one pitch. And Wayzata retired in order in the fourth. Nothing across for the Trojans, still with 3-1 Hopkins.
CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.
Winding down at the end of the season in track and field. A little discus practice in for the Hopkins Royals. Man, we talked about the weather. Obviously not only softball, but how much better it is for track and field and baseball and golf and tennis on days like this compared to what we had the first 3 weeks, really the first month of the season in some sports.
Yeah, I've been noticing in a lot of the spring sports like golf, the players are shooting lower scores with the nice weather and the courses being in good shape. And track and field, they love it when it's warm. They can stretch their muscles out and run, throw, and jump higher.
Casey Hellstrom will come up officially now for the first time. Now, if you remember the first time through the order for Hopkins, they batted out of order. Hellstrom, who was supposed to bat in this slot, never actually got a chance to bat. She was called out after Wayzata noticed the change in the batting order after Insland originally walked. If that all makes sense.
I understood it perfectly.
Well, good.
I'm not sure
as long as you did.
I'm not sure about the viewers at home,
Right.
but
Foul, that's 1-2. Hellstrom, then Insland, and Foster here in the Hopkins fourth. One, two, foul back. Speed pitch missed. 2-2.
that's that other changeup she has. Now I saw it. It's a back flip spinning changeup. It's different than throwing.
Yeah, Drasher knocks it down, spins, and throws to Miller for the out. Good play by Drasher to throw out Hellstrom to start the fourth.
Batting for the Royals, number 36, Sophia.
So to finish that out, looks like she has two changeups. One is the backspin changeup, which looks like that much slower changeup, and then a normal straight change that's a little faster. So she's got two speeds on her changeup.
That brings up Enslin, who singled and later scored in the Hopkins second. Outside from Makono, and one ball. It's her first time facing Makono. Enslin's first at bat coming against Volk, the Wayzata starter. 2-0. Fouled that away, and count goes to 2-1. To one pitch, driven out to left, in and making the catch in left field is Carr for the second out.
Well struck, but right at the left fielder.
Foster.
Two away now for Mary Foster. Back to the top of the order for Hopkins. Foster taking first pitch up high for a ball. Run scoring single for her in her last at bat. 1 for 2 today. Takes a strike here. It's 1-1. Bunted. It's going to be a pitcher. Kono comes up, throws to first, and they get the out. And Foster retired, and Hopkins out in the fourth. Good defense by Wayzata. And retire Hopkins in order. 4 innings complete now. 3-1 Hopkins. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Good day to be at CCX. Good day to be at Hopkins, where the Royals lead 3-1 to go to the 5th inning. Let's look at that last at bat there by Foster.
Oh, I see. She stepped on home plate. So
Yeah.
that was the reason for the automatic out.
Yeah.
Looks like she might have beat it there. Or it was
Right.
tie.
But
Very
stepped
close,
on the plate.
But she's stepping on the plate, so that's an automatic out.
So we stay at 3-1. Swing and a miss by Zenzen. Her second at bat today, and then back to the top of the order for Wayzata. Up and away, 1-1.
For those at home, the rule is you can't step outside the batter's box before you make contact with the ball. So the plate is definitely outside the batter's box.
Fouled out of play by Zenzen. 1-2. Up high, 2-2. The play disciplined by Zenzen not to chase that one behind in the count. Rounded past Carter and into center field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Scarlett Zenzen. Wayzata will get the tying run to the plate here with nobody out in the fifth.
Boy, do you like that from your number 9 hitter to lead off the inning and get on base and bring the top of the order up with some runners on base. That's a great job by Zenzen there.
Serena Carr takes the first pitch strike. Doubled to start the game, was stranded at second. Struck out in the third. Fouled away. Carter gets ahead. 0-2 on Carr. Wayzata has had base runners in 4 of the 5 innings so far. Swing and a miss. First base occupied, the runner out. And another strikeout. Number 9 in the game for the pitcher, Carter.
Well, as we get to the last innings, this might be the last time for the meat of the batting order to get a crack at Carter here. So let's see if they can make something happen here.
Ellswick trying to bunts it to the fence, foul. Singled in the third and has scored the only run of the game for Wayzata. Chops this one, slow roller. Carter up out of the circle, gets the throw, fires to first. To Enslin for out number 2. Zenzen moves down to second. No hesitation for Carter either. Knew it was too long of a run for Hellstrom to come in from second. Goes over and makes the play.
You can tell she's played a lot of infield in her life too before that. She hopped off there and was after the ball right away.
Thrasher drives one in the gap in right center. There's no question about fair or foul on this ball. She's going to go for second. She'll be in with a double, her second of the game. It's 3-2. Drives in Zenzen. And that was ripped to the gap in right center.
And we'll have to check that ball, make sure it's not lopsided. That's how hard that one was hit. Holy buckets.
She's the tying run now. Anderson floats the ball foul territory. In the one pitch, she's retired. Rasmussen, the third baseman, runs over and makes the grab. But Wayzata does get another run on the board. On 2 hits, they strand 1. For the bottom half of the fifth inning, now 3-2. Hopkins over Wayzata. 70-degree day to watch a high school softball game. 3 levels of games going on here. The complex here at Hopkins High School. The varsity game showing Hopkins ahead of Wayzata 3-2 as we go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Good hitters coming up here for Hopkins. 2, 3, and 4 batters, Kurt, for the Royals.
Yep, it'll be a good time, and now they're through the second time getting to see this freshman pitcher Corna, and she'll have to make some adjustments, and the hitters will have to make some adjustments. So we'll see who wins the adjustment battle here this time through the heart of the order.
Rasmussen, called strike, doubled in her first at bat, the first batter that Aquino faced in the second, drove in 2 runs. Rasmussen driving in second and third runs of that inning for Hopkins. Not trying to get that one back that they gave up in the top half of the inning. Rasmussen, Carter, and Greenwood up here for Hopkins in the 5th. Grounds this one to short. Picked up cleanly there by Lackus. Throws to Miller. Rasmussen retired one away.
Batting for the Royals, number 15, Abby Carter.
For those of you shortstop wannabes, watch how she charges this ball and gets it in the air versus staying back and getting another mid hop. That would be much more difficult. As a shortstop, second baseman, you want to attack the ball whenever you can. Very nice play.
Carter takes the first pitch strike. Walked in the first. Flew out to deep left center in the second. Change up, called strike, hits the inside corner. Carter behind 2 strikes.
It's like we got a bee swarming around by home plate here.
All right. Be left or we're ready to go again. Carter fouls it away. Hangs in there at 2 strikes.
Boy, our camera crew is good. They found that bee and nice job, guys.
2 bounced to Carter, 1-2. Called strike 3. Big out for the freshman pitcher to get Carter out. 2 away, nobody on for Hopkins here in the 5th.
Yeah, it's like she froze after those 2 slow change-ups there. Makes her fastball a little bit harder, and she put it nicely on the inside part of the plate, right under the hand. It's a tough place for a batter to pull the trigger on.
Brings up Rosa Greenwood, who takes low for ball 1. Single in the first, hit by a pitch in the 3rd. Drives this one out to right field, stays in there, now bounces off the glove of Lefko in right and will drop for a hit / error. Kurt, you're the official scorer today.
I think that was, she had it. I think that's an error. It was a long run, but she definitely got there in time. I think the batter was a little surprised that was dropped. Didn't quite get to second base there. It was
second error of the game for Wayzata. And now Allen, the batter. If they can take advantage of the drop ball here in the 5th. Chops this one to third and letting it go foul is Anderson. 1-1. The count to Allen. 1 for 2 today. Drives this one foul. Out in front of that, 1-2.
Don't think Greenwood down at first is too much of a threat to steal. So with 2 outs, if you can get there on a wild pitch or something, that'd be.
Took a little low, 2-2. Pitch to Allen, fouled back.
That backspin changeup, whether it's a strike or a ball, really gets makes your fastball look like 5 or 7 miles an hour faster, and it's hard to zero in on that pitch.
Hit in the air, out into right field, and this one is caught by Lefko for the third out of the inning. No runs for Hopkins in the fifth. No hits, one error, one left. 5 complete. It's 3-2. Hopkins leads Wayzata CCX. Back at Hopkins High School, where the Wayzata Trojans trail the Hopkins Royals by a run as we move to the top half of the 6th inning. Wayzata with single runs in the 3rd and 5th inning after Hopkins had run out to a 3-0 lead with a 3-run second. Leadoff hitter is Ella Freeman, who takes outside and high for ball 1. Alexa Miller and Chloe Lackus to follow. Good veteran seniors coming up this at bat, this inning, trying to get base runners, push across that tying run.
And Freeman here leads the team in home runs, so she can get a hold of one.
Bunt set, Carter charging, will throw to first, and they get the out. Hellstrom, the second baseman, covering. 1-4 in the putout. Freeman retired to start the 6th.
Batting for Wayzata, number 15, Alexa Miller.
That brings up Miller. Was hit the ball hard twice. Single in the second. A long fly ball to left that was caught in foul territory by Foster in her second at bat. First pitch strike from Carter. And got a piece of it, fouled on a check swing. It's 0-2.
Miller's another senior who's planning to continue her softball career at a D3 school next year, so congratulations to her.
Miller watch that one go wide. It's 1-2 now. Hit in the air to left field over a few steps and not having to move much was Foster with the second out.
Batting for Wayzata, number 4, Chloe Lackus.
Got a good swing, got under it a little bit, and Foster makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down. And Lackus, the batter. First pitch strike to her on the inside corner.
Those youngsters watching the game, when they say they want to play softball, you don't want to play outfield because the ball never comes to you. Well, today's a day where outfielders have made a lot of the big plays, and the farther up you go in softball, outfielders become much more important than at the younger ages. We got some good ones here today.
Carter, a 3-pitch strikeout, retires Lackus and Wayzata in order here in the 6th inning. Her 10th strikeout of the game. Nothing across for Wayzata. 5.5 innings done now. Remains 3-2 Hopkins.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
John Jacobson, Kirk Cardinal back at Hopkins High School. Bottom half of the 6th inning. Hopkins try to add to its lead. And then what they hope will be their final at-bats of the day, though. Like to hold the lead in the 7th and
Batting for the Royals,
go home with a W.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd to at least put 1 or 2 up to make it easier in the top of the 7th, but I'm sure Wayzata will have something to say about that.
Kinley Crowell will lead it off here in the 6th inning for Hopkins. There's pitch low and in from Jada Corno. Dinwiddie and Hellstrom, the scheduled hitters for Hopkins to follow Crowell. Up high. Did it call a strike? It's up on the board as a strike. I thought that was the ball.
I have 2 as well.
And there's a strike call. Yeah, it is 2-1. Do we have another B? Delay?
I don't see it, but
I don't know what that was about. 2 balls, 1 strike. Probably fouls this one back. 2-2.
there's our crew. They caught the B. It must have been it.
Yes. Swing and a miss. But it gets Crowell to start the 6th inning.
Batting for the Royals,
Her
number
3rd
16,
strikeout today
Nancy
since she's
Dinwiddie.
come on relief.
You know, I love our crew, John, but I think that B's getting more camera time than you are.
Well, that's absolutely the right call. Dinwiddie is up for the 3rd time today. He's done a fielder's choice in the 2nd and scored. Struck out in the 3rd. Officially 0 for 2 with a run scored. Next pitch for a strike, 1-1. Hellstrom on deck for the Royals. Hit in the air and into right field. That's going to drop for a hit. Right near the line, over to make the play on it with Lefko, but it's a 1-out single for Dinwiddie.
Batting for the Royals, number 14, Casey Hellstrom.
Don't worry,
Kurt Dunn is the first
Daddy's home.
hit for Hopkins since the 2nd inning.
Yeah, the freshman Acorna has really come in and mixed speeds, mixed locations, and had good defense behind her. That's a winning combination.
Casey Hellstrom, the batter. Grounded out in her last at bat. Strike call, 1-1. Enslin on deck. Bunted, foul at the plate.
Had the bunt and the run on there, and as far as I could tell, no one was going to be covering 3rd. Everyone was in, so if it would have been fair, runner could have got to 3rd. Instead, it's just a strike.
One-two pitch to Hellstrom. Mapai 2-2. Good take by the Hopkins second baseman to even the count. A little flare, and did it go foul or not?
I believe it bounced in fair, but it hit the runner in foul territory as she was running down that way. We'll have to see on the replay. But the umpire was in the right spot to make that call.
Yep, no argument from Hopkins. Hellstrom will get back in the box.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Another 2-2, hit out in the air to center, long run, but in to make the catch as Ellswick throws to first, and back in time is Dinwiddie. We talked about Ellswick and what a good first step she's got, getting a jump on fly balls hits her, and we've seen it today, and tracks that one down for the second out.
Yeah, and that was her second strong throw. She's the one that threw the runner out at home in the first inning, and she almost doubled the runner off first that time.
Enslin takes the first pitch strike.
A lot of times when you got an arm as good as hers, you're looking for a chance to show it off whenever you can and catch some people by surprise. And
rounded to short. Lacus throw, good dig out of the dirt by Miller. And they retire Enslin. 6-3 in the putout to end the 6th inning. Hopkins gets a base runner but no runs. Go to the 7th, last chance for the Wayzata Trojans. They trail Hopkins 3-2.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Top half of the 7th. Shadows creeping in the outfield. Hopkins will try to hold on to this lead here as we go to the top half of the 7th inning for the Wayzata Trojans. 8, 9, and 1 hitters up for Wayzata. Corner lead it off.
Leading off the top of the 7th for the Trojans.
And then Zenzen and Carr. Abby Carter looking to close it out and get the W for the Royals.
in these situations, the first batters are always most important.
First pitch, swing and a miss.
And out favors the defense, and obviously if she gets on base, it puts the offense in a position to make a run at them.
Called strike. Carter getting ahead of a corner to 0-2. Out of the way, out of play. Swing and a miss. Carter gets the strikeout on a corner to start the 7th inning. Tono's 0 for 2 at the plate. And now Zenzen to the plate for Wayzata. She's 1 for 2 today, with a single and a run scored in her last at bat. Trying to get aboard for Wayzata. Get the tying run on and lines this one out to right field and does just that. First pitch single. Zenzen's 2 for 3. And the tying run is at first with 1 out in the 7th.
Very solid approach. Just take it outside to the opposite field. Nice line drive. Trojans have some life here.
Carr takes inside for ball 1. Doubled in the first, but has struck out in her last 2 at-bats. Sophomore left fielder takes a strike here, 1-1. little high, 2-1. Carter hooks into Dinwiddie. And her 2-1 pitch fouled at the plate. 2-2.
See if Carter follows her pattern here of going hard to the low outside corner here.
Grounded to third, not gonna have a play. The slow roller, Carter couldn't quite get to it. Rasmussen got to it, but it was too late. There goes an infield single for Carr. And the tying run now at second, with just one away here in the 7th. Ellswick the batter.
The speedy slapper might put some pressure on the infield here as well.
Slapped it foul. 1 for 3 today with a run scored. Drasher, who has 2 doubles on the day, is on deck. So even if Ellswick is unable to get on, and now behind 0-2, he's still got a really good hitter on deck here for the Trojans, trying to extend this game. Ellswick trying to hang in there. And slapped to second, or hit the second, and they're not going to get it out here. It came up hard on Allen, and that was enough. When she didn't have a play at second base, Carr runs well, gets down there. Everyone's safe, and the bases are loaded for Wayzata here in the 7th. Zins into third. Carr safe at second, Ellswick to first.
Good things happen when you put the ball in play.
We'll give Ellswick an infield single, and that's a back-to-back infield singles. After the single to the outfield by Zenzin, and now Lexi Drasher. Fouls it back. Shaking your head like, I didn't want that. I didn't want that swing. Struck out in the first, doubled in the third, doubled the drive in, a run in the 5th. Up high from Carter.
Well, this is your classic power on power matchup right here. You get a power pitcher and a power hitter, and fans pay good money to see this kind of a matchup.
Fouled out of play. 1-2 now on Drasher. Bases loaded for Wayzata. Top of the 7th. Carter's 1-2 pitch. Hit well. Well, foul, not a play. Boy, you got a hold of that. Now what do you do if you're Carter here?
I think you either go low and outside or you throw that changeup.
1-2 pitch. Ooh. All 2.
She went outside, that's for sure. Just missed.
Good take by Drasher. Good late discipline there. Kind of evens at 2-2. Fouls it back to stay alive. Sydney Anderson on deck for the Trojans. Tying run at third. Go-ahead run at second for Wayzata here in the 7th. And there's 2-2 pitch, misses. It's 3-2 and no place to put Lexi Drasher. Payoff pitch on the way. Lined into right center field for a base hit. This is going to score 2. Maybe 3. No, it's going to be a double for Drasher, her 3rd double of the game, and Wayzata ahead for the first time today, 4-3.
Well, there it was, best on best, and batter won that time.
Deciding for the Trojans, number 9, Sydney Anderson.
Nice head down, good follow through extension, drilled that ball.
Zinzen and Carr score. Ellswick the 3rd. A 2-run 7th for Wayzata, and they're in the lead. I'm looking for more now. 2 more runners in scoring position. Still just 1 out with your cleanup hitter up.
You definitely want to take advantage of these, at least one of these 2 runs.
Anderson, a very capable hitter, although 0 for 3 today. Hits this one to left field, should be deep enough to score the run. Foster with the catch. In with the run is Ellswick. Sacrifice fly for Anderson, and it's 5-3 Wayzata.
Batting for the Trojans, number 11, Ella Freeman.
And heads up base running by Drescher to also tag and get to 3rd. 2 outs, a fastball, wild pitch, or infield error. Could score another run.
So Wayzata not only taking the lead, now an extra insurance run for pitcher O'Connell and the Trojans when they come back on the field in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch strike to Freeman. Takes up high and in, 1-1. Off the plate, 2-1. Three balls and a strike to Ella Freeman. Alexa Miller on deck. Carter's pitch, cut and miss. Full count to Freeman. Looking for her first hit today, 4th at bat for the senior. Fouled away. Count stays 3-2. A piece of it again.
It's a good battle here by Freeman.
That at bat by Drasher was a great at bat, right? Really battled against Carter and finally was able to drive a pitch and score 2 runs with her double.
Yeah, that was my number 1 against your number 1 hitter, my number 1 pitcher. Let's go at this, and Drescher won that one.
Two popped up. Her space spin over, making the catch is Enslin, and Wayzata is out here in the 7th. What a good 7th inning for the Trojans. They get 3 runs on 4 hits. They strand 1, but they take the lead. We go to the bottom half of the 7th. Last chance now for the Royals. It's 5-3 Wayzata. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. There's your 7th inning stretch, Kurt. They're not watching the game. They don't know it's the 7th inning stretch, but there it is.
Well, being the old guy I am, that hurts me just watching them stretch. I enjoy the 7th inning, sit down and watch the final half inning here and see if Hopkins can come back here or not.
Well, the Royals do have the top of the batting order coming up, but they've had no runs since the 2nd inning. They have the 3 runs off starting pitcher Volk. Jada Corner came in, gave up a 2-run double to Rasmussen, but that's been it. Just one hit since then for Hopkins and a couple base runners.
Yeah, she's controlled the game since she's come in. Now we'll see how the freshman does closing the game. It's another level of pitching needed to close the game.
Right, in some ways, especially you're not at this level, used to this, almost more pressure. Now that you've got the lead, right? Now you've got to hold the lead in the last inning for your team to get the W.
That's right. Pitchers are a funny sort sometimes. You get one that has nerves of steel and can throw, you are in a good shape. But sometimes your pitchers have to earn those over some tough situations. So we'll see how she does.
Mary Foster leading it off for Hopkins. Swings and misses on that. It's 1 and 2. They got a piece, but it's still a strike. It's 1 and 2. Foster 1 for 3 on the day. Trying to get the tying run to the plate here. Off the plate. 2 and 2. A little low. 3 and 2.
Just like in the top half of the 7th, the first batter will set the tone for the inning here, whether the offense or the team in the field has the advantage.
Ball 4, and it's a walk for Foster to lead off the 7th. So the tying run will come to the plate. Rasmussen, and Carter looming on deck. Greenwood possibly to follow. Well, certainly still a shot here for the Royals. 1 on, nobody out in the home half of the 7th. Strike 1 called to CC Rasmussen. Had the double that I mentioned earlier for her 1 hit today in 3 at-bats. A little low, 1 and 1. Ripped past third and into left field for a base hit. First 2 runners aboard for Hopkins in the 7th. Solid stroke by Rasmussen for a single. Foster to second, and Abby Carter to the plate.
That ball is on a rope. Third baseman would have got in front of that one. That would have left a nice bruise. So Hopkins on their way back. Got things set up again.
Carter, first pitch swinging, fouls it back. Carter's going to want to work carefully to Carter, but you don't want to put her on either.
Yeah, that's right.
2 runners already on.
Just like Wayzata had Drasher up when the exact spot they wanted her. I think Hopkins has Carter up right when they want her.
Ooh, just missed inside, 1 and 1. It's a big pitch, and Carter not having to be defensive on this any subsequent pitches yet. The count 1 and 1 instead of 0 and 2. Now ahead in the count 2 and 1. Carter drives one out to right center field. Ellswick over, makes the catch. Runner tags up and gets to third. But that's a big out for
Yes,
Jada
it is.
Corner and Wayzata. They'll trade the extra base taken by Foster to get Carter out. Els would get another put out in center.
And more importantly, they threw into second base to keep the runner on first out of scoring position
Right.
for the tie. It was smart all around.
Rosa Greenwood will hit it out to right center field. Then it's the right fielder, Lefko, making the catch. Foster tags up and scores. It's 5-4. But now 2 outs, and Hopkins down to their final out. It is a sac fly for Greenwood.
Haley Allen.
And Rasmussen still at first base. Haley Allen, last chance, and lines it into left field for a base hit. Down to second goes Rasmussen. Tying run at second now. Allen aboard with a single.
Going back to that catch in center field and throw to second base, that just saved a tie game there, because if they were on second, that probably would have been a run-scoring single.
4 balls in a row that have been hit hard, though. I mean, 2 singles, 2 flyouts. Coach Kotzmacher pops out of the dugout.
Batting for the Royals, number 11, Kaylee Crowell.
No pitching change here. Just, okay, we're still got just 1 out to go. Out at any base in the infield and in the game. Crowell the batter. She's 0 for 2 today plus a 1. Rasmussen at second, Allen the runner at first. Hopkins down to their final out, trailing 5-4 here in the 7th. Jada Kona's first pitch is low, ball 1 to Crowell.
Single to the outfield, put a little bit of pressure on Coach Yancey down there at third base. If we're going with 2 outs, if it's 50-50, you should be sending the runner.
Hit in the ball, hit in the air, it's left field. And it was caught in left field by Carr to end the ball game. Hit pretty well by Crowell, but in the air, Karina Carr makes the catch and the ball game is over. Hopkins, a valiant effort there, really put the ball in play.
Hey, great job, Jade.
But they can't push across the tying run. They get a run, strand 2, but the 3-run top of the 7th, Kurt, wins it for Wayzata today.
Yeah, this really had the feel, especially as we get down to the last few innings of a section tournament game. I think both coaches probably have to be happy with how their players responded, both in the box and the field, made the plays that were there. It was not because of mistakes by either team. It was just it was good hitting and timely hitting in the right spots. So I think both coaches will be happy with this game.
Wayzata with their 8th win of the season. They go to 8-10 on the year. Hopkins drops to 4-12. Again, each team will wrap up the regular season this week in Section 6 4A play starting for both teams next week. That will do it for our telecast from Hopkins High School. For Kirk Cardinal and all of our great crew today here at Hopkins, final score on the board. It's Wayzata Trojans winning it over the Hopkins Royals 5-4.